too far into this little test we got going on. Royalty-free music. Everything looks good there. Looks good there. Let's top on. Okie dokie. Got some fun stuff to work on today. We'll move right on over to it. Oh, that's the wrong. Oh. Wait a minute. There we go. Post editing. Editing, I'd say. Okay, let's work on first. Probably the PlayStation 5. It's always a fun one. Just another day. Baby? Okay, what are we working with? What are... Yeah, that's not looking too hot. It's pins. Pins look a little knocked off. That shouldn't be a problem so long as the pads underneath are still okay. I need my little kickstand. Ah. All right. PlayStation 5 HDMI port. Let's take a look here and see what we're working with. Yeah. Change. What we got going on? Okay, those are definitely knocked off. Okay, this should be pretty simple. Let's get to okay. Let's put it. So, place it here. All right. not super digging that camera angle. Yeah, whatever. Let's do something. Let's try something different. That goes. Ugh. It's basic repairs we can do. Here we are. Okay, my wonderful shabby office is now in full view. Not me. Okay. A little bit better. We're gonna heat this guy up. Get this taken care of. After that's in here. Yeah. Alright. Get cracking. I'm getting a little hasty. I need 5 quarts. I need some more of these too. I should probably prime this one first and get it ready before I get to doing all the fun stuff here. Fun stuff. Fun stuff. Alright. Let's get this guy prepped. Alright. There we go. Okay. A little bit too much on that tip. It's a big tip. That is a big tip. Need a smaller tip. Too much is going on there with that big tip. There we go. Let that heat up a little more flexible. I'm gonna focus. Then focus here. There we go. That looks great. All right. A little bit too much solder. A wee bit too much in this area. So pop that over there. Yeah, there we go. All right. Cleaned it right on up. All right, so this is now ready to get installed as soon as we're ready to hot swap. I just need to make sure this other one comes off nice and clean. Good. All right. There we That's an Xbox port. That's not a PlayStation port. Man, I'm glad I caught that. I did more recently. Where did I put my stock of PlayStation 5? Oh! Yeah, here we go. It's got the wrong one. Unless they changed the look of them? That looks a little different. Look at this. These two are exactly the same. That's the original. Well, right, liquid metal came out of a PlayStation 5. Xbox doesn't use liquid metal. Okay, all right. I'm not gonna argue with that. They must have redesigned them. It's okay with me. I just thought it was a little strange. All right. All right, let's clean up those pads a bit. We want a good, solid connection on these guys. Yeah, they could use some love. Definitely use a little. Okay. With this guy. Oh. That bad port just went missing, but that's fine. I'll pick it up later. Let's get this guy cleaned up a bit. Okay. Bring it into view. There we go. Moving that over. There we go. And fix this. There we go. All right. I'll clean these guys up real quick. Nice. That was easy. So easy a caveman can do it. All right, check the back, make sure everything looks good still. Nice. Yep. We got those two little components there. Like the most important thing is making sure you don't lose those two, because you don't want to replace them if you don't have to. So that looks great. I'm gonna lean it over the edge of the board again and edge of the table, words. And yeah, we'll get this guy back into perspective. Less crooked here. There we go. I'm gonna heat this back up and drop this guy in, and we'll be ready to test it. All right. That was not a nice smell. That was a bad smell. All right. Okay, we're starting to get a little bit of flux liquefying. That's good. Yep. Really want those anchors, those four big pads. Really, they're holes, but it's 4 pads to kind of turn into a more shiny metallic instead of that flat matte color, so that way we know they're ready to have us drop the port in there. Yeah, we're getting there. This might be maybe ready. Nope, not yet. All right. Gonna heat up a bit. There we go. That's the change I'm looking for. Okay. Whew. I just want to let it cool off a bit. Test it with our little breakout board to make sure all those pins are reading correctly, and yeah. Simple as that. Grab it over here, look at the back, make sure everything's good. Yeah, we still got our little components right there, so we're set. Nice. Do a little bit of cleaning while we're waiting. Okay. There we go. Hi ho, hi ho. How long can this song go? Okay, that looks pretty good. Now there's a few, ooh, that is hot. There's a few visual inspections I want to do first before I just call it a day. Well, before I test it with a breakout board, but all the same, definitely a few things I want to check. First is that all of these pins here are securely seated. And they look pretty good, but I do want to poke them a little bit, just to make sure. Are you okay? No, you're good. Great. Yeah, those look good. Hey, Jeff. Good to see you, bud. Just got bored doing all this stuff by myself, and I thought, why not? It'd be fun to share it. Yeah, that looks pretty solid. All right, Okay, well, this over here next to the, oh, too good. We're gonna break out the breakout board, as it's called. Probe around, make sure all these values are coming up good. Neat. It is very fun. When you get to understand this kind of stuff, it's really cool. At least I enjoy it. All right, get the hot tool away from my face. Lord knows I'd probably burn myself with it. I'm gonna set our multimeter diode mode. We kind of, you know what? There we go. All right. Now it's opposite thinking, which is great because I'm dyslexic. So we go, instead of red probe to the point, we're going red probe to ground. We're going black probe to the points that we're trying to read. So one should be 0.7 something or another. Let's see. 0.759, 0.760. The next one should be an open lead. The zeros, that's correct. The next one should be 7. Yep, the following one should be 7. Yep. This next one should be ground. Got ground. This one should be 7. Good. 7. Good. This next one should be ground. Good. Next one should be 7. Good. Next one should be 7. Good. Following one should be ground. Good. And we should have, this is where it gets a little tricky. So that one's 7. Now we're gonna get values that are less than 7, but more than, when I say 7, I mean 0.7. So we should get values that are less than 0.7, but greater than 0.3, and there should be one open lead where we don't get a value whatsoever. So the next one is 0.6. I believe this is open lead. Yep, so that's when we're not getting anything on that point. That's just built in. And we should get values from here all the way over. So value, 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 ground. There is one ground. I knew that. That is ground. Should get a value, and then one more value. Fantastic. Sick. All right, this thing is ready to go. Everything looks good. I'm gonna put that over here for reassembly. That's not all. Oh, no, no, no. That is all. I have special repair came in that unfortunately one of my employees managed to do some damage to a board. It's kind of unfortunate. It happens. Happens to the best of us. That technician forgot to discharge and unplug the battery before they were messing with the screen connection. And of course, the backlight filter busted. My donor board. I'm gonna show you guys what that looks like when that happens. I actually haven't taken a look at this under the scope yet, so this will be very exciting. Very exciting. All right, we've got our MacBook board. Nice and small. There's no fans in this thing at all. The cooling comes from this one metal plate that's just mounted to the CPU. Crazy. Apple doing Apple stuff. I don't quite agree with it, but what are you gonna do? Oh. My video is kind of like, I need to make sure my phone isn't actually doing anything. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, that was weird. Anyway, back to the board. When the backlight filter blows out, it blows out. It's very obvious when it blows out. And fortunately, I have a great visual representation here of exactly what happened. So that little guy right there got way too much voltage. Whether it was, you know, a short or what have you. It's basically a short, but to my technician's defense, they didn't take a metal tool and like probe around. This was just a static discharge that unfortunately caused this problem. Static discharge, and the battery was plugged in. They plugged back in the connector. So I have to fix this little guy up. But fortunately, it's really obvious where the problem is. In fact, it's probably both of these components that I'm going to want to replace. Even if it's just this component that's faulty, this one, yeah, and it doesn't actually have a chip in the top. I would still replace this guy, primarily because any damage that happened here could have affected the health of this component, and it could go out in the future. And I don't want the customer coming back in and having another problem with it. So I've got a donor board. And you can see here, this is the exact same board, thank God. And we've got both of those components right there that we're gonna be harvesting and putting onto this board. Here, that problem is. So I'm going to very delicately take off these components and store them so that I can place them onto the new board. And hopefully we'll have a working MacBook. One of the things I want to do is, because I don't have schematical diagrams of this board, like visual schematical diagrams, which I deeply appreciate and love, I'm going to be doing a little bit of reconnaissance work in diode mode, figuring out what these values should be. They should come out to. It's over here, so I can place this guy around here. Just zoomed out, of course it did. There we go, looks good for me, looks good for you. So, since I'm replacing those two components, I want to know what the values should be before and after I remove them. So here is somewhere I'm gonna put this so that it can be seen. I'm just gonna angle the camera down a bit. There we go. It's over a little bit, it's in here a little bit. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Now I've got enough room to put this guy right there, and we can all read the values together. Somebody just said something. Do you use that donor board like a car junkyard so you can harvest as many components from it? Yes. I would love to spend the amount of time it would take me to actually like measure all the points on this board so I could become more familiar with it. There are just, I mean, look over here where the CPU is, like right behind the CPU. There are hundreds of little components there, and sure, many of them might be in the same circuit, so if I probe like 10 of them, maybe 5 of them have the same value, but a lot of those probably aren't gonna have the same value. They're gonna be going to different places. So this is my junkyard donor board. So what I wanna do is I put, again, opposite than what you think, red probe goes to ground, put that here, and then I'm gonna probe both points of this guy and see what we get. So the first value, I get 0.261. The other side, 0.261. All right, so both sides of that should be 0.261. And this is, it's still 0.261 and ground. So that actually makes a lot of sense here. It's the reason why both of these basically probably failed, is that because this top component had a value of 0.261 from left and right side, both of these sides technically connect right here to this guy. But this side of this component connects to ground. So that makes sense because it's a filter. It's designed to go out. Not designed to go out, but it is the component that will go out when there is a problem like this. So I'm gonna start removing these guys. We're using 0.261, I need to remember that. We're gonna use a hot air station, not like the little heat gun that we had earlier. All right, we're gonna take these guys off. Get it nice and toasty. Oh wow, yeah, oh wow. That is not tasty air. And actually, I'm not gonna be a dummy. I'm gonna take off that. I'm gonna take off the flex cable before I accidentally singe the heck out of it, because I don't wanna replace that either. I don't wanna do that. So let's get, I think it's a T4. It is not a T4. That looks like a T4. Maybe it's a T5 and I just spinned. Oh, not a T5. It's not a T4. It is totally a T4. I just didn't try hard enough. Let's give it another try. Need to move this out of the way. There we go. T4. Just didn't try hard enough. Go. Those two screws out. And then it just snaps right on off. Okay. Ooh. Oh. Okay. That's new. Well, hopefully I don't have to do an FPC replacement, which this isn't the FPC, but this is the flex cable that goes from point A to point B. Check out that damage. That is gnarly. Wowzers. Oof. Actually, I want to make sure that all of the readings for the pins in this area are also correct. Wow. Yep. I'm gonna have to do an FPC connector, I think. Let's take a look at this. Now, this is not a part I'm gonna harvest off of the junkyard board, as we call it. This is a component that is very brittle, very fragile. So I want to have one, kind of like a part that comes uninstalled on a board and then place it onto that. Because when you remove them, the plastic, though it is high temperature, tends to warp a little bit. And that causes a lot of problems if you try to replace it from one donor board to another board. It just doesn't tend to work. So I'm gonna probe around at it, but I think this is probably gonna stop me. At least on this job. Wow, yeah, it's pretty damaged. See if I can like alcohol and clean it up. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So this middle piece right here, it's supposed to look squarish like this on this end, but because that's not there, it's not going to provide a good connection. Even if these pins were still good, they may be. I'm not going to risk putting a FPC connector onto a bad, possibly a bad port, which also means that this FPC flex is going in the trash. 100%. Can be easy. Oh well, I have to order parts for that, which that's fair. That's fine. I actually have another device I have to work on before the end of my micro soldering today, and that device is a little more on the fun side of life. Because I can't even see my. There we go. Okay, I've got this Sega console. It's old school handheld Sega console that I have been working on. And we got it to turn on with a DC power supply, but the screen had some lines running through it, which made me believe that it's very possible that the screen's just damaged. The original owner of this device said that they had it in storage forever. Very cool, old school Sega portable video game system. Pretty cool. But they said they had it in storage for a while. They want to get it back up and working for their child or grandchild. I forget the exact specificity of like what the situation's for, but nonetheless, I ordered this replacement kit from Espedio. I think that's how you say it. I'm not quite sure. But either way, it comes with what seems to be a re-adherable glass plate. which I'm hoping that doesn't have a digitizer connection to. No, it does not. It's not a touchscreen. That was way too early to have a touchscreen. But we do have the replacement board here. I'm gonna showcase that a little bit. This is what it came with. Right. That kind of concerns me. Because the listing for this item said it was just a replacement unit. It did not specify whatsoever all of these components, which I'm now finding. So this to me is just a little bit concerning. When you find a part that just snaps in and is ready to go, you don't get wire, you don't get individual components, lots of them. 0 ohm for these capacitors. Oh, those are capacitors. What's going on with this? I am very concerned right now. So, okay. So we've got this daughter board. What is this daughter board doing? I am not too sure, but I can tell that those right there where it says butt 3, butt 2, butt 1, 5 volts, SMS. I don't know if this is a upgrade kit, but this is the component I want, which is just the screen, which has your generic FPC, flex cable. That should just plug right in. I'm not sure what the rest of this is. I'll probably figure it out here in a second, but there's all these, some cables. They came with it too. That's fascinating. All right. Well, I suppose in order to really figure that out, I have to start taking apart this guy to that stage where I can figure out what's going on here. Oh, I don't know what I got myself into. Should be fun. Got the T4. We need a Phillips 2. Start taking this guy apart. Resting for the screen. What's going on? Can I just get the board out of here? Here. My gosh, maybe I can get that out. Let's try these guys. 1, 2. 3. 4. And there's a lot of screws in this. Okay. Is that enough for lift? Then we got some lift off here. Oh, there's one more screw. Of course, there's always one more. Okay. Okay, all right, we've got something here. Let's take a look. Can I disconnect you, please? Pretty please. Ah, thank you. Okay, about to get a good sense of what's going on here. Let's take a look. So, got this cable here, this main cable here that's connecting the display to the board, but it seems to be, unless there's a piece on the back and actually... Oh no, it definitely went through. Oh no. Yep, I can do this. This is just not what I expected, but I shouldn't be surprised. The cable for this screen is soldered onto the board, which does complicate things just a little bit. So that may explain what's going on here. So this must be might be an LCD upgrade for this device. And we've got multiple cables here. Are those the same pattern? Question. Do the pins line up? So, got these 4 pins lined up here. Seems like, yeah, the pins do line up perfectly with this this layout. So this piece replaces this whole connection. And you can see, it's kind of crazy. That's how many connections it needs to migrate over to an LCD connector instead of, I mean, all of that. That's a lot of connectors. There's actually, well, there's some that aren't used. Those don't actually look like they go anywhere either. So yeah, the rest of those pins do line up and go somewhere. And then there's some more over here that just don't go anywhere. Open lead pins, this should be fun. Now the question is, if I'm going to assemble this, yeah, that's it. If I assemble it like so, and it lines up, probably means I need to find 4 data pins. Yep, okay. So I think I actually found the orientation just from lining it up. So got 4 pins here. Every pin, if you're taking away stuff and you're removing essentially how many connections there's going to be, every pin matters that much more, essentially. So what I'm seeing here is that there's these 4 dots, 1, 2, 3, 4, that are very specific in unison. Definitely go somewhere. If I look over here, line those guys up, it seems like a lot of this gets replaced here. Everything from here on over is not used. And then these 4 pins here. Okay. Unless I have it back. I don't think I do. Yeah. No, this is definitely the back side, so it definitely lines up. Like so. Okay, well, it would probably behoove me to about us. It's been over 15 years since we devoted and blah 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 blah. We just helped those in the retro consoles during one period's product's popularity accepted. It's called One Chip. You know, adopt the brand name. Continue developing game consoles for parts. So that has nothing about that, and just as popular products on the backside. So do I get small LCD kit? Nothing else. Oh man, this is a full thing. I'd be more than happy to finish this part, soldering here, and then get the LCD connected, and that would be good. However, they may require certain components on the main board to be upgraded in order to complete this resto mod, essentially. Wow, got 2 hard stops today because I need to do research on this. This is a whole nother thing. That's really cool. I don't know what the technology in the old display is, but the new display is definitely going to have a lot more going for it. the quality's probably going to be a lot higher too. So this is pretty dope. Pretty cool. I am going to have to actually pop some research up and get to looking at a few things, because there's definitely no way I want to proceed forward if I know that I have to replace several components on the board, which also means I need to let the customer know, because this was supposed to initially be just a snap connector type replacement that I was hoping for. I probably could have known at this point that it was a flex cable, but even that much, I can do this. I can do this small cable ribbon adapter, no problem. The problem is when I have to start replacing components on the main board to possibly supplement power and delivery of whatever's going on. I mean, check. They're very well laid out. Like, I really do appreciate that. We've got specific location numbers on each of these components, which is excellent. You go back to the Mac board. What am I looking at? I don't know. There's no references here. If there are references, it's very rare and far and few in between. The only thing I'm really getting there is model information here. So, 2 hard stops. That's unfortunate. So research on Sega console, FPC connector on MacBook. It's just gonna be one of those days. Oh well, we got a PlayStation 5 board done. That was awesome. And yeah. Oh, maybe I do have one more repair I can actually bust out here. So I'm gonna organize this, and I'm gonna get to the DJI. It's sitting over there on the corner that needs some light micro soldering work, and I mean light, very, very light. Gotta clean this up. Oh, it's cables. I am not looking forward to this. I am looking forward to it, but I'm not looking forward to the research, R&D that's gonna need to take place in order to do this correctly. Unsnap this guy. Okay. Pop this away. You know what the thoughtful thing is? They did decide to include 2 of these cables. These are the exact same cable. And they're the exact same cable, just in case you mess one up. That's a thoughtful gesture. I appreciate that. All right. Piece of that. Let's get to the DJI. That's a fun one. One of my employees told me that DJIs are now illegal in the States. Something like that. I have no idea whether that's true. Fascinating if so. Okay. We got a DJI. I'm gonna set this very gently up here. All right. Some water. Oh, delicious. Okay, DJI Mini 3. And its back left arm was damaged. So we've got, oh, it opens up the bed. Ah, yeah, that'll do. That'll do, donkey. Or originally, that'll do, pig. That'll do. So yeah, that's definitely a little bit on the busted side of life. He is gonna need a fan, because I know that or not a fan, but a blade. I do know that our replacement did not come with a blade, it's just the arm itself. So I am gonna have to order that. Ugh. There's our replacement arm. Nice in its brand new packaging, but we do just have a small amount of soldering to do. This one's gonna be very easy. Just 3 cables, get mounted onto the board. Hard part's going to be the disassembly, because I do know those cables go very far into this unit, this chunk of machinery. Okay. Should be lots of fun. So much fun. In fact, I'm just going to probably switch over to here to get this guy worked out. That's going to be it for now. Ah, it needs a Tech-Nichol. Yeah, got some screws down in there. Screw. And 2 screw. Ah. Oh dear. Alright, get that SD card out of there before it snaps in half. Never want to snap an SD card accidentally. And then it just switches to Torx screws. Those are T5's? I said T5 last time. I was wrong. I think this time, Hey, yep. T5. Hey. Are you losing your magnetism? There we go. Or are you just made of aluminum? Yeah, that is not a magnetic screw. This'll be fun. Oh, that's the MacBook. Flex, I need to... Oh boy. Non-magnetic screws. Don't you just love it? They try to make your life difficult. I mean, what's the cost difference? Like a fraction of a penny to a penny? Would have been worth it. Not loose screws. I may not actually need to take these arms off, but I'd rather be on the safe side of screws that I can see need to be removed. Okay. There's 4 screws there. 4 screws came out of the holes. This always frightens me a bit, but you need to separate the top plate and the bottom plate. And I'm gonna need some pry tools for that. So I got plasticky pry tool. I've got more plasticky pry tool. And I've got a metal tool around here. Yep. Sponsored by MobileCentrics, one of the best part suppliers we know. Not really sponsored. However, MobileCentrics, if you'd love to sponsor me, please let me know. I'm doing this right now for fun. Totally down to do that option. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's coming off pretty well. Say pretty well, and that struggles with me a bit. Yeah. maybe? There we go. There's a clip there, which means there's got to be... Oh, or just everything clipped back into place, which is excellent. Totally what I want to have. There we go. Cells peeling off. Or snapping back into place again. You know, whatever it wants to do. There we go. Okay, I'm getting in there. Yep, there we are. Good snaps. Nice, nice. Keep coming, keep coming. You can do it. I believe in you. There we go. Nice and gentle. Nice and easy. I know it's your first time. Flip these guys back. Maybe the peak. Yeah. Yeah, there's no connections to the top here, so this is just a whole plastic plate with no cables running to it. Nothing. You'd be very careful of you, Mr. Gimbal. Do not want to hurt you. Just need like a little more force. I'm so scared. There we go. Come on. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. Ow. Pinching me. You're pinching me. Come on. My gosh, really? All right, it's time to look at an iFixit. I give up. I don't want to break it past this point. There's way too much tension on one of these points. So let's take a look and see. All right. And let's add a new source for said new page. Source. Oh, wrong source. Need that screen capture. Window capture. On CXW. Let's just make it easy. New source. Add a window. Okay, and I'm gonna put this on top. All right. Okay, we need to find. Here's how we look this stuff up. It's Google searching 101. We've got a DJI Mini 3. This. I know it's that easy. And there it is. There's our saviors. And that is not a visual guide. I just want a visual guide. Tear down. Okay. Okay. Come on, where's your visuals? What? Come on, iFixit. Definitely have to have this. Repair guide. Got to be kidding me. All right, let's
Hi everyone.
Hi everyone. Bye everyone. Okay. Let's see what we got. Yeah. Yeah. This isn't the same. Oh, that's the Pro. Darn it. Not looking for the Pro. Looking for the Mini. There we go. What is this? This is just product specification. Create a repair guide. Nobody's done it. Okay. All right. Let's take a look. Yep. Oh, I know exactly where this is. There's 2 screws that I saw, and I was like, they're not there for anything particular or important. They are 100% there for a particular 100%. There are 2 screws underneath the gimbal that are non-magnetic that I have to carefully put back into place. See, why couldn't you just? It's just a non-magnetic screw. That is awful. I'll be very careful with this gimbal right now because I do not want to accidentally put it in the wrong way. Holding it like it's a live bomb as far away from my face as I can really handle. All right, that means those 2 screws are out. It should come right off. All right. Well, that was easy. Get a close look at this thing. What are we working with, huh? Oh boy. Okay. You're working with this arm here. The soldering connection for this guy is in a terrible spot. So, I'll show you a thing or two about it. We've got our drone here. You can see that cable right there. That's the cable we have to replace. All the way around. Secures right back there. So, I gotta take all of this junk out. Probably get to this spot. Let's find out. Let's find out. Is it that bad? I hope it's not that bad. Oh. I hope it's not that bad. Let's find out. Oh, please no. Okay, okay. Look, he just skipped around a bunch. Yeah. Here's where we are. Yeah, it's squishy. I get it. It's squishy. Yeah. Yeah, like 50 components later. Why are you resecuring the... Wait. Why? Why are you putting back in the battery? Is that a contact point battery? Why would you need to do that? I mean, I understand you disconnected the battery connection from the board, but I don't understand why you're putting it back inside the device. To get that screw, that particular screw out. I don't know. I'm not going to do that if I can avoid it, because that just doesn't sound like a good idea at all. Let's play around with this a little bit. Oh my whole workstation just shifted. I need to bolt that back into place. All right. Okay. Now I need some Ted Phillips screws taken out. Okay, we got 1, 2 there. 2. Okay. Guys off. Now comes the fun part, which is disassembling to need to get a better camera setup that's like straight up and down. I can move my microscope soon. That's just a snap-on connector? No, it has a hinge. No, it does not have a hinge. It just pulls straight up. Oh, thermal putty. Put you right back on there. There we go. That's a crazy connector. All right. One, 2. There we go. All right. Let's moved out of the way. I don't think I have to put a battery back in to get out this one screw. Let's see. I don't know why they did that. Very strange. I also need to be marking my screw spots here. Okay. Took one out of right here. Here. Okie dokie. That board just lifts right on out. Feels like it's wiggling around. There we go. Come on. Is it taped down too? Are you kidding? It's taped down. Why? There's just tape. Adhesive. Not even adhesive tape. It's like plastic film that has adhesive on one side of it. Why? Oh, never mind. It's not even it's not even plastic tape. It's graphite tape. Yeah, I don't think the battery gets that hot, does it? Does it? Does the battery get that hot that it requires graphite tape? I mean, I suppose. I'm not sure why. Okay. One thing I do need to make sure about is that that cable is long enough. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get my cuts. Snippy snips. I put them somewhere. I don't know. Put them somewhere. Or I will just use unconventional. I could use an X-Acto blade actually. I'm gonna get this thing out of here a little bit simpler than it otherwise should be. So let's just make sure. Yeah, looking good. Okay, that's cut. And This is nutty. And I've done this, I've done a repair on this device before, or not this one specifically, but a device like this. And I sometimes just forget how I could have forgotten about something like this. But you want to make this thing so resistant to whatever conditions they would find themselves. They take these cables, they put a glob of this like glue, what I can only describe as like hot glue. And it is some of the hardest, such a hard compound. Like my metal tweezers are not even like scratching the surface of it, really. It's crazy. Like I need to get a hot air gun in there, and if I do that, I might warp the board. I don't want to do that. It's just gross. There's 2 joints that have something like that. There's one joint here. I'm sorry, 1, 2, and 3. There's 3 of these like hot glue point joints. Absurd. I mean, is it really that necessary? Could you have put something softer in here? It even goes through the cable. It's melded with the cable there. Oh, the day in a shoes of a device repair mechanic. Oh. Unconventionally pull? Not trying to break anything? Yeah, I'm gonna have to hit this with like low temperature heat. Let's see. 250 degrees Celsius. That should be soften it up. Let's hit it with some heat. Okay. Let's see if that was enough. Feel it pretty warm to the touch. Yeah, there we go. It comes off like butter. All right. Did a good job keeping that there. Now I can pull this guy out of here. This is always a process. Pin that goes straight through and holds it in place. Pull it out with my finger. Voila! You have a broken part. Just got it. Oh, I always forget this every time I work on these minis. Screws. Phillips head screws that I need to take that board out are all the way down inside of there. I gotta get an extension with this too. I mean, oh, that'll fit. Whoops. Actually gonna be okay. Expect it. There's one of the screws. Right on out. Yeah. Just awkward. Awkward. I'm gonna switch back over to this guy. Oh. Come on, switch on over. There we go. Just gotta get these guys out of here, and hopefully I can just pull this board out. I'm being very careful right now, cupping the gimbal, not wanting to touch that lens. It's so easy to damage gimbals. Okay. That seems to be all of them. Probably want a plastic tool. Okay. Gotta go back to the video. Let's find out what exactly we're missing. Right. Let's see. Oh, does it just stop here? No. Yeah, we got those out. Forgot about that. Yep. That back plate does pop off. That is correct. Oh gosh, what a pain in the behind. I should probably come at it from this side and see how it's kind of assembled. Okay, hold on a second. Explain to me how you got that off so easy. So you already had the top. He had the top off before he did anything else. There are little clips in there, aren't there? Okay, this thing is assembled. Yeah, I just gotta squeeze it. Wow, it is kind of nutty. Oh, I lost my pretzel. There we go. There we go. Okay, nice. Okay, those are those two. These three. Board, which I marked. This screw is a screw. That is 1 of 4. And everything else is good. Okay. Then those are the non-magnetic. This is a new area for Let's see, which ones does he take out? 2, takes out that top piece. Okay, and then just slides right on out. So we are going to remove these 4 screws to the sensor. 1. 2 screws. Okay. Let me disconnect this little guy. Slap you right there. And 4 last screws, and we basically had to fully disassemble this guy. Crazy. Okay. Now we can take this off. There. Now I can remove. There's 4 of these. 1, 2. And this guy should just pop right on out. I was just a little sticky. Oh, I gotta heat this up again. Get all this waxy stuff out of there. Okay. This one. Okay. Okay. Possibly one more. One more. Very careful. All right. Yep, that is a free bird. Almost. Almost. There we go. Yep, now that's free too. Okay. Coming on out of here. Whew. Well, my headphones aren't working right now. Can you chat instead, by the way, which Steam on the most? Probably Expedition 33 currently. And if your headphones aren't working, that could be like one of several different things. I mean, are they not turning on? Are they not connecting to your device via Bluetooth? Like, what's the reason why they're not? What do you think is? Or better yet, what's the problem? I should just rename this to Ask IT and just provide answers to questions when people can just bug me. I'm totally fine with it though. How am I supposed to get you out of there? It's so difficult. Yeah, but you know. Yeah, everything else is soldered on. I need to take a look at this video again. How did you get it out of there? So you took out 4 screws, you removed the bracket. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna switch this over so we can all see this. Okay, so yeah, this is where I'm at. Yes, Skittle. I see you. And the question is though, how do I let's get back into this. How did you just prod it open like that? Yeah, you take off those 2, you disassemble the 2. Wait, what was that? Oh, okay, we're all allowed to make mistakes. That's gonna be a pain in the butt to connect back together. Is that it? I'll just come out. Top, the bottom. Into Papa. I don't know how this connectors with the distance it needs to. I can't push it into the frame to get extra length out of it, so I feel like I would need to either cut these connections so I could move the piece out and solder them back together so I can get this piece out of here. I think, yeah, I'm getting stopped by this cable here. Skittles Athena. Yeah, tell me what's wrong with your Bluetooth headphones and I'll try to give you a synopsis on what's going on. Send messages. I need to grant permission to send messages. Yeah, that's it. What do you mean that username is not right? Authorize. I don't know if I did something. I proved something to do something. Well, I can still see some of those questions coming in. So if you just want to re-ask your question, or if you want to clarify your question a bit, I'll definitely be more than happy to answer it. Can I pull it out this way? No. Well, maybe. Actually, you know what? No, that cable's too short. It's too short on the front side. Oh. Oh, there's extra cable hiding in there. How wonderful. Gotta feed it back in. So I can do this. Nice. Come on. Come on. Yeah. That may be enough. I think that's all I need. That's enough. Oh boy. Gonna have to do some off the cuff micro soldering here. This will be fun. Yep, this is gonna be fun. I gotta solder it just like this. Oh, this should be good. Okay, that should be good. Oh my gosh, it's still on there. Oh no. Don't like doing this, but I may have to. Yeah, I think I am gonna have to do this. Oh boy. All right. I don't want to damage that one particularly. I tend to have a soldering tip, good for cutting into plastics. Come on, pull out. Pull out! Ah, that's what she said. Okay. Right. All right, there's one. That was a little toasty on the fingers. There's two. And there's three. Whew. All right. Funny to think I'm just halfway done with this. Oh, I hate working in DJIs. You gotta do what you gotta do for a living. Hopefully you'd like it. Hopefully that's just a small benefit. So yeah, I went on white, black, red. White, black, red. That is the color combination. Hot glue over soldered connection seems hell annoying. Dude, this isn't even hot glue. This is like, I don't know. This is stuff that comes from like Home Depot in a caulking gun, and you put it. It's like Loctite for you know. I really hate technicians, so they put this stuff on there, and it's the equivalent of putting Loctite on your engine bolts. It's like you just, whoever, you know, someone stiffed you and you decided to go out of your way to cause them hell. That's exactly what happened here. But we're good. What did I say again? White, black, red. White, black, red. That is the order. Soldering order. So white, then black, then red. All right. I think I might be able to put this down somewhere. Oh yeah, 100%. They could have totally done without it. They could have even used like a softer material. Like, I imagine some DJI shops that are DJI brand probably do repairs. And it just seems asinine that they were like, yeah, let's just add this compound on there that's super tough. You know what? It'll ensure they come to us, because obviously no one in their right mind is going to attempt trying to fix this. Thankfully, I don't have a sound mind, so this is exactly what they were not hoping for is happening. All right, let's get that on there. One at a time. One at a time. Oh, I have to do it this way too. Oh, this is gonna make things difficult, but I have to go through frame. I can't put it in after. Yeah, so I've only got so much slack. That's not terrible. It could be better. It could be worse. Yeah, I know. Laugh all you want. It's true. I'm not well. All right. All right. Need to get that good angle on it so I can tack it down with my finger. Don't try this at home, kids. That's good enough connection. I'll take it. Got one of my employees calling me. What's up, Levi? What can I do for you? Did we talk about you staying today and tomorrow a little bit later? Oh, yesterday you said that, so that means Friday. Yeah, gotcha. I suppose, let's see. We're already back from lunch. You need to leave when? Yeah, that shouldn't be too much of a problem. I'm trying to wrap up on one of my soldering repairs right now, but and I also have an appointment at 2:30, which means I actually have to wrap this up here really soon. Shoot, so Noah's gonna be alone for a little bit. Oh well, that's the way life is. I'm sure he'll be fine. But yeah, if you need to go because you have to like make something, then yes. But if you just want to go home early because like you're just not feeling well, I'd ask you to stay. Oh, then totally. Yeah, no, go ahead and head out around that time. Oh, was this when you were saying you could head back? Yeah. No, I remember you telling me about that. That would be excellent if you could head back in and help us finish out the day. That'd be excellent. Awesome. Hey, thank you, Levi. I'll talk to you later. All right, bye-bye. Sometimes you gotta micromanage. A problem with my headphones. Oh, how are you? I have a problem with my headphones, so I can't hear you. Can you reply to me in chat? I really appreciate it. Apparently I didn't get my settings figured out yet. Use chat instead. Oh, you know what? Maybe some people on Twitch right now can't hear. Fascinating. Something I'm gonna have to work on. Let's see. I have to grant permission. Authorize. Let's see here. You're not the first person that's actually said that. Yeah. Yeah. It seems like it's only going out to Facebook and YouTube. It's not going to Twitch. We'll have to get that figured out. Oh well. I actually do have to call it right now with an appointment with the DMV. How much fun that is. What? Oh, someone else from Twitch is just fine. Good. Hey, maybe people are having Bluetooth problems. That's... Well, I actually am gonna pause this right now. I will try to come back and finish this DJI repair up. But yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful day. And as Loco says, don't forget